my name's Annie. Welcome to the short stretch video today. Perfect for beginners, perfect for anyone who just needs to relax and unwind, stretching out the body. So we're going to start today's practice in a comfortable seated position, either with our legs crossed or kneeling. You can take a block, if you've got a block to hand, or a cushion, a blanket, whatever you've got in your house, maybe even a Tupperware box, something that's a bit sturdy for you to place underneath your bottom if that's more comfortable for you, bringing you to a higher seat. Listen to your body, maybe have a go, have to see what works for you. I know I personally prefer being down on the floor, but it just completely depends what's good for your body. From here, gently close over the eyes and turn the hands to the palms face up. Start to check in with the body, start to think about how the body is feeling, scanning all the way down from the sit bones to the top of the head, grounding down through the sit bones and stretching up through the spine, feeling into the body, feeling how it is today. And then start to connect to the breath, breathing in and out through the nose, taking deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Maybe noticing what part of the body you're breathing into. Noticing how the breath feels in your body. Grounding down with the breath. And then from there, take your right hand onto your stomach and your left hand onto your chest. And again, breathing in and out through the nose, start to feel which hand is rising more. Is it the one on your stomach or your chest? Where is your breath going? Inhaling and exhaling. I'm now going to invite you to take some deeper inhales and exhales, really starting to focus on filling up the stomach and the lungs and almost to the chest, but we're not breathing just from the chest, because that's when we start to take the short, shallow breaths that can induce stress and anxiety. We're trying to really breathe through the stomach and open up the lungs. So, taking a deep exhale through the nose, inhaling, filling the stomach, filling the lungs, filling the body, and then exhale, let all the air out of the body. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, and exhaling for 1, 2, 3. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, and exhaling 1, 2, 3. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, and exhaling 1, 2, 3. Continuing now with your own breath, with the inhales really filling the stomach, filling the lungs, filling all the body, and then exhale, let all the stale air come out of the body, breathing it all out. Inhaling deeply, breathing in all the fresh new air, and then exhale, just let all that air out of your body. And now returning to a normal breath, inhaling and exhaling. Taking your hands onto your knees, your palms facing upwards, and just closing over the eyes if they're not still closed. Notice how the breath feels now in the body. Noticing how you are. And then from there, bringing your hands to your heart centre. And start to rub your hands together as fast as you can, creating as much heat as possible. And then open your hands like a book in front of your face. Blink your eyes open and bring your hands back down to your heart centre. From there, taking your right hand out to the side, your fingertips onto the ground, bring your left hand over to your right ear. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, and exhale, send that left ear down to the right shoulder, stretching out through the neck. Breathing deeply into the stretch, inhale, and then exhale, letting the stretch deepen. From there, walk your fingertips around and just find the corner of the skull. Take your gaze underneath your left armpit. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. feeling it along the trapezius muscles, a place where we hold a lot of tension. Just enjoy the stretch. Inhale. And then exhale, bringing your head back to centre, taking your left fingertips down to the ground. Your right hand comes all the way up onto your left ear. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, and exhale, taking the right ear down to the right shoulder. Breathing into the neck, inhale, and exhale through the nose. From there, walking the hands around just to find the corner of your skull, taking your gaze underneath your right armpit, stretching out through the trapezius muscles. Breathing deeply into the trapezius, feeling that stress and that tension melt away. Inhale, and then exhale, return the head back to centre. From there, bringing your hands onto your knees and just lower your chin down to your chest. Exhale, bring your head back to centre, and if it's comfortable in your neck, take your gaze all the way up to the sky. And bring your head back to centre. Take your gaze down, and then back to centre, and take your gaze high. Back to centre. Lovely. Taking your gaze all the way over your right shoulder, turning your head. And then bring your head back to centre. And then take your gaze over your left shoulder. And then back to centre. And then over your right. And back to centre. And over to the left. And back to centre. From there, placing your right hand onto the side of your face, we're going to push the head into the hand and the hand into the head here. So take a deep inhale, and then push your head into your hand and your hand into your head. Push, push, push. Inhale, and then exhale, releasing the right hand onto the knee, and just turn your head over your right shoulder, and you should be able to turn your head just a little bit further, like magic. Let's do it on the other side. So bringing the left hand up, placing it onto your head, and push your head into your hand and your hand into your head. And we push, 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 push. Inhale, and exhale, releasing the left hand down and taking the gaze over the left shoulder. And again, you should be able to go just that little bit further, feeling like an owl. From there, bringing your hands onto your shoulders so your fingertips are facing forward and your thumb is facing back. Starting to make big circles with the elbows all the way back. Inhale to raise the elbows up, and exhale, take them back. Inhale to raise, exhale back. Inhale, raising them up and taking them back. And when you come back to centre, let's go the other way. So we're reversing now, getting out all the cracks and creaks in our shoulders. Lovely. And then let's go back, really opening up the chest. Inhale, and exhale, coming all the way down, bringing the hands, palms facing up onto the knee. From there, inhale, raise the right shoulder all the way up to the ear, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale the left shoulder up to the left ear, and exhale to lower. Inhale to raise the right, exhale, lower. Inhale, raising the left, exhale, lower. Getting it fast now. Inhale right, exhale down. Inhale up and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. A bit like this. Getting faster if you want to. So inhale and exhaling. Doing a sharp inhale and exhale through the nose. Finishing in 3, 2, and 1. Release the shoulders. Inhale, raise the shoulders all the way up to the ears. And then let's sigh out as we lower them. One more time, raising them up to the ear. And then sigh out, lower your shoulders. Give your shoulders a little roll. Releasing them down. From there, bring your arms out to the shoulder height. Your palms facing towards the wall, so you're flexing through the hands. Inhale to flex them up, and exhale, point the hands down. Inhale, raise the hands up, and exhale to lower them. Inhale, raise them up, exhale, lower. Inhale to raise, and this time taking the right palm onto the ground, the left hand coming over the head, reaching over. So we're ensuring here that we're twisting the chest up towards the ceiling, and we're reaching through the fingertips, grounding down through the hip bones. We inhale to reach, and exhale, rotate the chest. Your gaze is high. Inhale to stretch, and exhale, rotate. Inhale, and exhale, come all the way back up to center. From there, taking the left palm onto the ground, the right hand is coming up. Inhale, reach through the fingertips, and exhale, rotate the chest, the gaze is high. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, rotate the chest, rotate the shoulder. Gaze is up. One more inhale, and then exhale, returning all the way back to center. Bringing your fingertips down onto the mat. Inhale, raise the hands all the way up, palms will touch. And exhale, take the right hand across the body onto the left knee. And the left hand is coming behind you, a bit like a second spine. I'll just turn around so you can see what I mean. So we've got the right hand onto the left knee. This arm comes all the way around and it comes behind you, either onto your fingertips or the palm of your hand. You're pulling the arm as close to the body as possible. And we inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, rotate, looking over the back shoulder. The twist is coming from the body, not the neck. So we're inhaling to lengthen, and exhaling to twist. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale, coming all the way back through center. Fingertips onto the ground. Inhale, raise the arms up, palms will touch. And exhale, take the left hand across the body onto the right knee. The right hand comes behind into your second spine. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, taking the gaze over the back shoulder. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to twist. Inhaling. And then exhaling, returning back to center. From there, coming into a tabletop position, we have two options here. Option number one, plant the hands onto the mat and roll over the knees, uncrossing the legs and coming into tabletop. Option number two is to uncross the legs, take them to one side, and then push your way up into a tabletop position. However you get there, join me in our tabletop. So here we have our fingers spread really, really wide, and we're pressing into the pads and the heel of the hands, gripping into the mat. Making sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders and that your knees are underneath your hips. So we're having a really strong foundation here, a really strong tabletop, pulling in through the core. Inhale, start to tilt the tailbone, pulling in through the core. Inhale, start to tilt the tailbone, send the stomach down, drawing the chest through, the gaze is high. Exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath, pushing through the hands, gaze inside. Inhale, drawing that chest forward, tilting the tailbone into your cow position, the gaze is high. And exhale, tucking underneath, pushing through the back, looking inside. Inhale, drawing the chest forward, your gaze is up. And exhale, arching them through the spine, your gaze inside. Inhaling, tilting that tailbone, drawing that chest forward. And exhale to arch through the spine. Continuing now with the breath, moving through the spine, inhaling and exhaling. Getting into a little bit of a rhythm with our really strong foundation through our hands and our knees. Moving through the spine as we inhale and exhale. And whenever you've done equal on both sides, meeting back in a strong tabletop position. From there, taking the weight slightly into the left hand, inhale, raise the right hand all the way up into the air, and exhale, thread it underneath. Inhale to raise it up, and exhale to thread. Inhale to raise. Exhale to thread. Inhale, raising it up. Exhale, taking it and threading it through, but this time letting the shoulder and the arm and the ear come down onto the mat. Couple of options with this left hand, either placing the hand and letting the elbow come up to a 90-degree angle, or stretching the hand out if you'd like a nice stretch into the left armpit and shoulder. Or we can take that left hand behind us, taking hold of the thigh, the right thigh, and opening up through the shoulder. So we're coming more into a twist here. Making sure at this point that our hips stay equal and that we're still strong through the legs. Twisting into the stretch. Stretching through the shoulders. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the left palm back onto the ground if it's not already there. Raise the right hand all the way back up and return it onto the mat into our tabletop position. Finding that position again, making sure you're strong through the legs and the arms. Inhale, take the weight into the right hand, raise the left hand all the way up, and exhale to thread it through. Inhale, raise the left arm. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, raise the left arm. Exhale, take it through. This time, inhale, raise the arm. Exhale, take it underneath, but this time take the shoulder and the ear down onto the mat and go to whichever variation you'd like to with the right arm, whether it's stretched out on its palm or taken behind you and taken hold of the left thigh, opening up the chest. So wherever you are, just breathing into the stretch, noticing maybe where you're feeling tightness. Is it your shoulder? Which shoulder is it? Is it something that you often feel tight in your shoulders? Is that where you hold your tension? Wherever you are, just breathing into that tension. Inhale and take the right hand, the palm back onto the mat if it's not already there. Raise the left arm all the way up to the sky and exhale, returning to your tabletop position. From there, lengthen out the right leg, tucking the toes, and just start to wave the weight backwards and forwards, waking up that leg. And then finding stillness, option to keep the leg onto the ground with the toes tucked, or option to lift the leg so it's hip distance high. Option to keep the leg out straight with the toes tucked, or option to lift that leg so it comes in line with the body. From there, either with your toes tucked or your leg lifted, just let the weight go into the right hand and lift the left arm up in front of you. From there, inhale, reach through the fingertips and reach through the toes, and exhale, draw the knee and the elbow together. Inhale to reach. Exhale, drawing together. Inhale, reaching it out. Exhale to draw, and this time holding it here, really pressing the elbow and the knee together, pushing up through the spine, engaging the core. Inhale, and exhale, release the knee and the hand down onto the mat, returning to your tabletop position. From there, lengthening out the left leg, tucking the toe, just start to rock backwards and forwards into the leg. Finding that movement. And when you've got it, just finding stillness. And again, option to keep those toes tucked or lift that left leg so that it becomes in line with the body. From there, taking the weight into the left hand, raising the right arm up. Inhale, lengthen through the toes, lengthen through the fingers, and exhale, draw the knee and the elbow together. Inhale, lengthening it out, and exhale, drawing it together. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to draw, and this time pausing here, really pulling up through the core, pressing the knee and the elbow together, drawing the body in, making yourself small. Inhale, and exhale, releasing the hand and the knee to the ground. From there, taking the knees mat distance apart, toes will touch, and send your bottom all the way down to the heels. From there, walk the hands out and let your forehead and chest melt deeply onto the mat, into your wide leg child's pose. If your bottom doesn't come all the way down to your heels, if you're a little bit hovered, this might be a good opportunity to take hold of a blanket or a block or whatever you've got from hand and just place it onto your heels, just to help your bottom sink down, because sometimes it can be a little bit uncomfortable if you're too high. And it's just to support you. It's a restorative posture, and this posture is used for you to rest whenever you need to. So if you're doing a yoga practice and it's ever a bit too much, or you're like, I'm done, get yourself into child's pose. It's a great one to just return and ground yourself. So wherever you are, just lengthening out the hands, forehead and chest coming down onto the mat. And just breathe deeply into this posture. Feeling the belly fall and rise, in and out, resting down, finding your peace. And then from there, starting to press up onto your forearms and move your knees to the hip distance apart. From there, so we're on our forearms at the moment, just start to walk your hands forward and let your forehead melt into the mat. So we're coming into puppy dog pose. A couple of options here. If this feels too much for you, again, you can take hold of your block and place your forehead on the block just while we're opening up through the shoulders. Or if you're feeling good here, you can maybe put your chin onto the mat or come onto your fingertips for a bit of an extra stretch through the shoulders, making sure that the hips stay in line here. So we're creating a strong foundation with our legs. Try not to collapse too much into our flexibility of the shoulders, really pulling up through the core, through the rib cage. Breathing into any place of tension. It might be that your shoulders are feeling very stiff in this position. It might be that that's where you hold your tension. So just breathe into it and release. So when we inhale, we breathe into the spot. And exhale, release the tension from it. Inhale. And exhale, start to walk your hands all the way back up to your tabletop position. From there, sending your legs out to one side and coming to sitting onto your bottom. You may want to shuffle forwards a little bit for this one. So we're taking the soles of the feet onto the mat, hands underneath the knees, taking hold of the thighs. From there, roll the shoulders back, bring the chest forward. And exhale, start to roll down the spine. So we're tucking the tailbone and rolling down the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Using the core, going as slowly as you can, maybe releasing the hands and bringing them by your side. As you bit by bit, come and join me lying onto your back. From there, bringing the soles of your feet a little bit closer towards you, seeing if you can tickle the backs of your heels with your fingertips. Making sure that your feet are hip distance apart. Bringing your hands by your sides so your palms are facing down so you're supporting yourself onto the mat. Inhale and exhale, start to tuck the tailbone underneath and send the hips high. So we're pressing into the feet here, we're using the legs, engaging the glutes and sending the hips up high. Inhale and exhale, start to roll back down the spine the same way you came in, the hips come last, and then we switch the glutes off. Inhale, tuck the tailbone, engage the glutes, and press through the feet, raise the hips, coming all the way up. And then exhale, rolling down the spine. Your hips come last. Release the glutes and relax. One more time. Tuck the tailbone, send the hips high, press through the feet. Really engaging the glutes. The hips are high. Inhale. And then exhale, coming all the way down. One bit at a time. And release the glutes. Move the feet to the mat distance apart. And just let the knees knock in towards each other as we realign the spine. Just breathing into this, enjoying this moment. feet back to hip distance apart. Using the hands by your side again, pressing into the palms. Inhale, tuck the tailbone, send the hips high, press into the feet, engage the glutes. Couple of options when we get up. Either we can interlace our fingers underneath our body and roll our shoulders underneath just to get a bit of extra lift, or we can keep our hands flat, or we can bring our hands onto our waist and come onto our elbows. Whatever feels best for you today. Maybe have a go at all three, see which one you prefer. And remember, if this is too much at any time, you can just come out. So breathing into our bridge, pressing through our feet, engaging our glutes, using our legs here. Inhale and exhale, roll all the way down the spine. Our hips touch last as we release everything onto the mat, taking your feet hip distance apart and letting the knees knock in towards each other. Breathing into this stretch, into this recovery position, realigning the spine. And then bringing the feet back to hip distance. Inhale, raise the right leg up to a 90-degree angle. Interlace the fingers behind the thigh. Inhale, reach through the foot. And exhale, draw that right leg towards you. Option 2, lengthen out the left leg, if that feels better for you. And if you've got slightly more flexibility, you can slide your hands up onto your calf, making sure that your shoulders stay onto the mat. We inhale, lengthen through the right leg, and exhale, draw it a little bit closer to the body. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, drawing it in. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, draw that right leg towards the body. From there, releasing the right leg back to a 90-degree angle, bending into the left leg if you straightened it, and take the right ankle over the left knee and let that right knee spin out to the side. From there, thread the hands through the hole and around the leg, interlacing them as we lift the left leg up. Our right knee is going out towards the side, and you can use your elbow here just to help that knee out. Inhale, draw the left leg towards us, and exhale, send that right knee out. Inhale, drawing it in. Exhale, the right knee goes out. So we're feeling this into the glute here. Inhale and exhale, let that left sole of the foot return to the ground and the right sole of the foot. From there, lengthen out the left leg so the sole of the foot comes up to the ceiling. Interlace the fingers around the thigh. Option to lengthen out through that right leg if that feels good for you. An option to slide the arms up to the calf, just making sure the shoulders stay firmly onto the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the left leg, and exhale, draw the leg closer towards the body. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, drawing it closer. Inhale, lengthening it up, and exhale, draw the left leg closer towards the body. Inhale, and exhale, take the left leg back to a 90-degree angle. Bending into the right leg if it's out straight, and then taking the left ankle onto the right knee and let that left knee go out to the side. From there, lifting the right leg and thread the hands through the gap and around the right thigh, coming into your reclined pigeon. Inhale, draw the right knee towards you, and exhale, send that left knee out to the side, feeling it into the left glute. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale, sending the right sole of the foot onto the mat and the left sole of the foot onto the mat. Drawing the knees in towards each other, wrap your arms around your shins. Inhale, and exhale, lift your head up to your knee, giving yourself a really big hug. You may want to rotate onto the spine, rocking from side to side. Whatever feels good. Inhale. And exhale, releasing the soles of the feet onto the mat. Taking your hands out to a T position, press into the feet and just lift the hips and scooch them over to the left-hand side. Lower the knees over to the right. Keeping your shoulders firmly onto the mat, take your gaze over your left arm into your supine twist. Inhale and Exhale deeply. Breathing into the body, into the stretch. You may want to close your eyes here as you relax down onto the mat. Inhale, bring your knees all the way back to center. Press into the feet and just neutralize your hips back to the middle. And then press into your feet again and take your hips over to the right hand side and let your knees lower down to the left. Taking your gaze over your right arm, making sure that the shoulders are still firmly onto the mat. Breathing deeply. Resting the body. Enjoying this twist. Twists are really good for digestion, for getting rid of anything that no longer serves us. Inhale and exhale, bringing the knees all the way back to center. Press into the feet and just realign the hips. From there, lengthen out both the legs and take them to the mat distance apart so they're quite wide. Bringing the hands by your side and making sure there's still a gap between the body and the arms. Rolling the shoulders underneath. Coming to our final pose, our Shavasana. Starting to relax the body down onto the mat. Scanning over the body right from the toes all the way up to the top of the head. And how do you feel now? Take your attention to your feet and relax your feet. Relax your legs, the muscles in your legs are completely relaxed. Relax your hips and your glutes. Relax your stomach. Relax your chest and let your shoulders completely relax into the mat. Relax your right arm all the way down from your fingertips all the way up into the shoulder. The whole right arm is totally relaxed. Relaxing the left arm, relaxing the fingers all the way up and down your arm. Your whole arm and shoulder is totally relaxed. Relax your throat. Relax your jaw. Relax your face. Relax your head. Your whole body is completely relaxed. into the body. Maybe rolling the head from side to side. And then whenever you're ready, bringing your hands over your head and giving your body a really big stretch, reaching out through the fingertips, out through the toes. And then sides out and release the body. And then whenever you're ready, rolling over to whichever side feels more comfortable to you. Bringing one hand on top and just pausing there for a moment. And then whenever you're ready, pressing up into a comfortable seated position with your eyes closed and bringing your hands to your heart center. Pausing here for a moment and choosing one thing today that you're grateful for. It could be anything in the world. From there, start to lift the corners of your mouth and give yourself a really big smile. Start to rub your hands together as fast as you can, creating as much heat as possible. Open your hands like a book in front of your face. Blink your eyes open and bring your hands back down to your heart center. Thank you all so much. Namaste.